Raising your child with intentionality. That is the topic of today. And I will start this with a lesson that I learned from God. Yeah, I would say from God when I was getting a book for a kid at a bookstore. So I entered a bookstore one of these days and I wanted to get a book for the child to start reading to boost the child's learning ability, just to kickstart their life for them so that they don't find reading like a chore but more of a hobby. So I went to this bookstore and then I asked the attendant, I want book for kids. And she said, oh, that she has so many recommendations for me. I said, no problem, that she showed me. And then she showed me one particular book. She started with one particular book. And then she showed me this book, and then I saw this book. It was a kid's book. They drew Adam and Eve as children in at the cover of the book, and inside the book also it had Adam and Eve as the beginning of the cover, telling the story of creation. So just saying telling kids telling the story of creation in kids form, in kids manner, in a way they will understand. Now that book, you will feel like I should pick it, right? It's right for me to pick it because you want your kids to know God early. That motive is good. Your motive is very good, but then the approach is wrong. Now, I told her I can't take this book. She said, why? I said, because this book is encouraging childhood nudity. Yes. When you read that kind of book to your child, what you are telling them, what you are communicating to them is that it is okay to open their bodies in front of their fellow friends, in front of their fellow colleagues. That is exactly what you are communicating to your kid. When you read that kind of book to your child, when you show that kind of book to your child, what you are communicating is early childhood nudity. And this is something that a lot of parents do not pay attention to. It is something that a lot of parents escape because you have this particular motive of maybe you want your child to know God more, and then you will think it's a good option. Meanwhile, you are actually sabotaging the life of the child. It is very important. So, in those kind of cases, you know that you are still in line with your actions as far as you've prayed and then you've thought critically over it. So, that's all I have to say for now. Until next time, bye, my loves.